morning, it's Friday. Yes, you've almost made it through the week. All right, here we go. Today we're doing something just a little bit different. We are finding out, is it a right triangle or not? All right, if it is a right triangle, the two sides of the equal sign will be equal. All right, the number values will be the same. If it's not a right triangle, they will be different numbers. All right, you'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. All right, so you did a problem already. I already had one done. I think it was in red ink. That was on the Nearpod and PowerPoint. Hopefully you reviewed and went through that problem. So I want to go through this first problem with you, which is one of the very first example problems. So before you're left on your own to do yours. So the first thing we have to do is draw a triangle. All right, so I would draw a triangle, so you need to do one as well. All right, next we want to label it A, B, and C. So C is obviously the longest what? Yes, you're right, side. How many times have you heard that? And then we have to label our legs, which are A and B. So A, B. All right, now you're giving values. You want to look at these values. You have a 3, 11, and 16. C is the longest side, therefore should be the biggest number. So, is 3, 11, or 16 your biggest number? Yes, I hope you said 16. So let's put a 16 there by C. Alright, so 3 and 11 is what we have left. It doesn't matter if you give the value of 3 to A or B, same with 11, as long as one of the legs are one of the numbers. So I'm going to use this side as 3 and this side as 11. All right, so next you're going to substitute your values in. Today you're going to have values for every single letter, which is different than past days. We were always trying to find one of the sides. Today we're doing something just a little bit different, finding out if it's a right triangle. So let's look at A squared. Our value for A is, 3. Went too far, 3. So let's plug in 3 squared plus B squared. Well, what's my B value? Yes, you're right. It's 11. Look at your picture. So it's 11 squared equals, what's my C? 16. That's right. It's the largest value. So we put that there. Okay, next we want to square every single one of these numbers. So 3 squared is what? Yes, 9. How about 11 squared? What is 11 squared? Well, hopefully you got 121 because that's what I got. All right. And lastly, we have 16 squared. So everybody, find out what 16 squared is. Hopefully you found it out to be 256. 256. All right. The next step you want to do is combine these two numbers, 9 and 121. It says to add those two numbers. So what do you get when you take 121 plus 9? Well, I'm hoping that you got 130 because that's what I got. And we put that equal to 256. So the question is, you have to look at the two values. We have 130, we have 256. For this to be a right triangle, these two numbers have to be the same. Are these two values the same? No, they're not the same. Therefore, this is not a right triangle. So these three values do not make a right triangle. So we would write not a right triangle. Again, for this to be a right triangle, these three values would have to come up with the same value on each side of the equal sign. So for this to be a right triangle, this side would have to say 130, but it doesn't. All right? Or vice versa. This would have to say 256, but it doesn't. So therefore, this is not a right triangle. But today you will find some that are right triangles, that this side value will equal this side value. All right? So good luck with your assignment for today. You have 2 great example problems. And if you need help, you can always email me. All righty. I'm here for you if you need me, so please touch base. All right, thanks so much, and good luck with your work today. Please don't forget, if you're doing it by PowerPoint, you need to submit your work today. If you're doing Nearpod, you can't really submit that work. I'm watching what you're doing every single day. All right? Okay. Good luck and have a great weekend.